Hi Fago friends, in this video I'll give you a full review of this Intex filter pump for your Intex pool or for your Bestway mobile pool. Let's get started straight away. Right, the exact pump that I have here is the Intex Krystal clear filter pump of a capacity of 1000 gallons per hour, which is 3.8 cubic meters per hour. And what I'll be doing first is the unboxing. We'll look at the contents, what's inside here. Then we'll go over the setup procedure, how to get it ready to go. And then I'll have some pros and cons for you. And finally, I'll have some really important points for using this pump that you won't want to miss at the end of the video. So stay tuned for that as well. All right, here we go. Alright, so the contents of the box are as follows. You'll have two tubes for connecting the pump to the pool. And they are both identical with the clips at the end. One and two. Then, of course, you'll have a bag of accessories here for connecting the pool to connecting the pump to an Intex pool or to a Bestway pool. There are different pieces. Then of course there's the instruction manual for the Krystal clear pump. And then you'll have the pump itself, this one here. Okay, so the setup of the pump is really easy. First you want to make sure that the filter is inside. That. Then you want to have this rubber sealing ring in place around the edge. Then you can add the top cover onto it, like so. And then you'll have this gray ring put over the top, and you just tighten it by hand. And then there's this small knob in the middle, and you want to make sure that this is hand tight as well. Then the pump itself is assembled and ready to go. Okay, so then you're ready to connect the hoses between the pump and the pool. In my case I have a Bestway pool here, and the set includes an adapter actually for setting it up with this pool. And normally they would recommend that you do it when the pool is still empty, but I got the filter after the pool was already full. So in this case you're going to see how it goes when the pool is already full, which can be done. So the first thing you want to do, take one of the hoses. Here we are with the two ends. I'll start with the top connection on the pool itself. So on one tube you want to insert this piece, which is the aerator actually, oxygenator, or it just ends up with having some air come into the pool as well, which is good to keep the water in good condition. So you want to put this piece at the end of it, and then insert it, attach it to the top part, the top connector on the pool itself, with this piece coming from the inside of the pool, so it gives it a bit more rigidity. So what I'm going to do is insert this behind. Take out this plug, put this on there, squeeze it on, and this you want it to be vertical, and then up, make it tight, there you go. Of course water starts flowing from the tube, but if you hold it above the level of the pool it will stop again. And then this end of the hose will go to the lower connection on the pool itself, so it's kind of like opposite. The higher one on the pool goes to the lower one on the pump itself. So let's do that. And tighten it. Alright, that's done. And then we can move on to the second hose, which is slightly easier because it doesn't have any extra piece to connect. So it goes from the lower connection on the pool. Open that here. Put this here. Tighten it. Up, so that's tight. So the lower connection on the pool and the higher connection on the pump itself. That here. Alright, so that's it. Now you've connected the pumps, the hoses and the pool all together. If your pool was still empty, you can now fill it up with water. The next step is to get the air out of the hoses and out of the pump as well. So what you can do then, move the pump to the ground level, the same level as the pool is on. There, and then you can open this top knob slightly and you'll start hearing the air flow out of the system. So the air will go out of the tubes and out of the pump as well. And once there's no more air left, you'll see some water come out the top here. Some bubbles first. You want to maybe shake the tubes a little bit, get all the air out. Then you can close this off. So now you've taken all the air out of the system and you're basically ready to switch on the pump. So let's do that. Okay, so I've now moved the pump so I can get it into the electrical connection and I'm ready to switch it on. So I'll go and do that. Great. Don't know if you can hear it running, maybe not even, because it is really quiet. One thing you want to make sure of, if there's any noises coming out of the pump and you can see air bubbles moving in the system and there's no clear water flow through the tubes, you want to make sure you empty the system of air properly by just opening this thing, moving around the tubes and the pump so that there's no air inside anymore, because if there's air, it cannot pump. Once it's working properly, pumping and everything, you'll be able to see that with the air coming into the pool here. The air with water, of course. Alright, so let's move on to the pros and cons of this Intex filter pump. To start off, I found the construction of the pump very simple, so I'm expecting it to be nice and reliable. The flow rate of the pump is nice and high, 1000 gallons per hour or 3800 liters in an hour, which is even more than I have in total in this pool. Easy cleaning of the filter, and I show you exactly how that's done just after this list of pros and cons on the pump. It's very easy to set up. The pump works with Intex and Bestway pools and probably also with other pools, but I have not tested that. And the pump operation is very quiet. When you're splashing around in the pool, you probably won't even hear the pump running. Any negative points on the pump are quite hard to think of, but if you want me to come up with some, I guess you could say that the pump will always have to stay quite close to the pool, so it's a little bit of a danger with kids around. They could easily trip over it and fall. And the other thing is that the pump you can't just set and forget, you do have to clean it regularly and replace the filter as well. And that's it. Okay, let me just show you quickly how you will clean the filter of the pump. So first put it on a higher surface so the water will not overflow. Make sure the pump is switched off. Then you can release the top, the air release valve, and after that the grey ring as well. Open it up fully. Take out the filter cartridge. Go and clean it, give it a good wash, make it nice and white again. And then reinsert it back into the pump. Make sure all the air goes out of the system. And you can turn the pump back on again. Alright then, as I promised, some handy points for you to know before you're gonna actually buy one of these Intex filter pumps. So one thing to know about the filter cartridge, according to Intex, it does need to be cleaned every day, so a little bit of work there. About the same filter cartridge, the second thing is that also they recommend to have it replaced every 2 weeks. So if you're in active use with the pool and the pump, every 2 weeks you'll have to put a new one in. And then the last thing, with this pump there is also a really handy maintenance kit that I haven't tried out myself yet, but it connects to a little vacuum that you can actually use to clean the sand off the bottom of the pool. So I'm going to be trying that out next. You might want to have a look at it. There'll be a link for that in the description, and if not, on screen as well. Alright, and that is my video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you want to get this pump, make sure to check out the links on screen or in the description as well. And of course on the channel itself I have a lot of kite surfing and paragliding and sailing and other adventures too. So be sure to check those out and subscribe if you want to see more of them. And let us know in the comments what you thought as well. And hopefully we'll see you soon in the next one. I hope this one was useful. Enjoy your pools and take care. Bye bye.